Only 1 week remains in the regular season of the XBL, and teams, players, and fans are gearing up for what is sure to be an unforgettable postseason. In the AAA, where all players qualify for the playoffs, seeding has huge consequences. In tonight's AAA match of the week, both teams are looking to improve upon their records. It's WishboneRulz and the NASA Knots taking on Phillies Rock and the Nashville Knights. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this production of the XBL Cross-Platform Baseball League. I'm Light Snack, aka Florabelle, aka your play-by-play announcer. With me on color commentary is the Big D himself, Mr. Dwayne. Dwayne, this is it. This is the last week of the XBL season.
Yep, we are finally here. For some people, it's been a long haul. For other people, it's gone by just like that. Either way, everybody's getting close to the finish line here. Seeds are starting to lock up. The playoff matchups are starting to get clear. Everybody's getting excited about the brackets, things like that. And you can really feel the pressure start to mount on some of these games. It's really, really exciting.
And especially for these two teams that we're going to be seeing in this first match of the week, Wishbone and Phillies Rock. You take a look at their records. You see the Phillies coming into today at 9-22 versus Wishbone's 18-12, and you think, well, this is going to be pretty cut and dry, right? But then you look at their recent records, and what do we see there?
Well, we see Phillies Rock in his last 7 at a very, very strong 5-2. So 5 of his 9 wins have come in the past 7 games for him, and he's feeling really hot at the plate. He's really starting to put some things together. Wishbone, on the other hand, on a 1-5 skid in his last 6. So he was 18-6, or 18-7. Now he's 18-12, looking to definitely bounce back with a couple of wins here. We know he's got a lot of power. But both of these teams with batting averages very, very close, 1 point apart. Phillies at 246 and Wish at 245. And on opposite sides of the hot-cold spectrum, I'm pretty excited to see what they're going to bring to the table here.
Most definitely. And when you look at the comparative batting averages, how close they are, and just seeing Wishbone's almost hitting double the amount of home runs that Phillies Rock has throughout the season, Wish having 44 homers to Phillies 27s. Do you think the long ball is going to play into this series at all?
Absolutely. If you've had your eyes on the highlight reel for a majority of the season, a few times a week, Wishbone's pumping up back-to-back home runs with a few of his knots in that lineup. Like you said, he's got 44 home runs to Phillies 27, and Phillies has given up the second most home runs in the AAA. So he has the ability, or he has the tendency to give up the fly ball. Let's see if that plays in Wishbone's favor, especially in that home game at Lafayette that he's going to have. It should be interesting. And their batting averages against, like Phillies, like we were saying, getting hit a little more hard at 318, Wishbone at 263. So it should be an offensive series, I have a feeling.
We'll see if the ball flies in Lafayette, that hitter's park, as you said. And we're going to see how far the ball will fly tonight when we come back with our first game in the AAA Match of the Week coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Sorry about the technical difficulties there, guys. Snack, are you muted?
And it looks like we will be heading to Lafayette Corner for Game 1 of this series. WishboneRulz will be the home team starting things off. Contact specialists from the Knights against the power hitters of the NASA Knots. Fred Hayes will be on the mound pitching to start things off for WishboneRulz and the NASA Knots. Jeff Bruno stepping in, batting .232 with 3 homers on the year. And we will see how this first inning gets started. First pitch is swung on towards the third base line. Aldrin picks it up, throws it to Glenn, and that is out number 1. And that's how this game gets started.
Yeah, Philly's wasting no time going right after the first pitch there. Let's see if he continues that early in the count approach.
Shep Pierce batting .210 in the number 2 spot. Good contact versus righties, but Fred is a lefty on the mound as he throws that one in for a strike. A full 5-pitch arsenal. This one is a broken bat dribbler to the first baseman. Glenn picks it up, fires it to Hayes, covering at first for out number 2.
Yeah, a little broken bat action there early in this one. Like we said, Phillies swinging early in the count. See if he tries to work Hayes.
Beryl Lawson with a hefty .352. Great batting average on this team. The 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Fred Hayes going for the accuracy pitch on the outside corner. This one softly lined into the glove of Armstrong at short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first. NASA Knots up to bat. Now, how would you pronounce the last name of this starting pitcher? As this one is popped up into shallow right field. Plenty of time for the right fielder to come in. He makes the grab, and we're 1 away.
I think it's Harry to go. That's the best way I can put it together.
Harry to go with an 8.02 ERA on the mound. This one is off the end of the bat, and it gets up the hole between the third baseman and shortstop. And that's going to be a 1-out single.
Yeah, let's see if Wishbone's able to put anything together here early. That's a nice little base runner, good piece of hitting. Able to find that hole between short and third. Like we said, he's going to be looking to try and lift the ball, probably take advantage of these short fences in Lafayette with that power hitting setup he's got.
Gus Grissom with a 2-0 count swings at that one inside and fouls it off. The 2-1 to Grissom is taken high and inside. A lot of speed on first base. This one is dribbled to the third baseman, and that speed will come in handy. But he tries to go to second, and that's going to cost him. Everyone's going to end up being safe on that play.
Yeah, that's a tough break there. Now we've got 2 base runners on for NASA, and one of the meteor hitters in his lineup, and John Glenn stepping into the box. This would be a great opportunity to try and work the count and try and find a good strike to hit.
A meteor hitter indeed. As he takes that walk, Glenn going to first base. And just like that, the bases are loaded for Neil Armstrong batting in the 5th position.
Yeah, with 9 dingers already on the season, this might be one of the guys you want at the plate in this scenario for sure.
9 homers, 17 RBIs. This one is belted into left field. That one is going to be cut off before it gets to the wall. A huge diving effort by the left fielder, but the ball does hit the ground, and it's going to be a 2 RBI single. NASA Knots up 2 in the first inning.
That's some good baseball there, and like I said, he was hunting for a good strike to hit. He got it there, drove it into the gap. Great job to cut it off by the left fielder, as Wish swings at an easy ground ball over to first. That should be an out, but he's going to trade it for a run. Now 3-0 for the Knots.
Might have had a play at second, but chose for the safe out at first. And like you said, that run does come in. 3-0, the Knots lead here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 outs. This one is swung on and fouled back into the stands.
Yeah, you got to think that failed double play definitely biting Phillies right now.
The 3-1 to Conrad, right down the middle, taken all the way. 2 outs, runner will go. The payoff pitch swung on and popped up on the third base foul line, and it will be caught. We head to the top of the second, but 3 runs put up by WishboneRulz. Phillies Rock needs to answer back.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be looking to try and get that pitch count of Hayes up. I believe he's got a bit of a contact swinging approach as he drives that one right up the chute for a base hit. That's a good sign if you're Phillies. Early in this ball game and you're down, but we're getting a base runner here.
Hunting that first pitch, and it pays off. Leadoff runner, Jeremy Asiago at the plate. The first pitch is taken just off the plate. This one's hanging over the strike zone, but he doesn't offer at it. The 1-1 taken inside. A little bit more patient now with the base runner on. The 3-1. Swing and a miss on the off speed.
Yeah, Phillies throws him a great pitch there because that was absolutely great sequencing.
That one is grounded. A diving effort by the third baseman keeps it from getting into the outfield, and he fires it across the diamond for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a great play. I had a feeling for a moment that might scoot down the line and turn into a little bit of a nasty scenario for NASA as swinging at the first pitch again is Phillies lifted easily to center field. That's going to keep the runner at second base as well. It's going to be 2 outs. Ooh, he doesn't catch it though.
The runner thought about heading up to third base, but covering behind the foul line, able to pick up the ball and keep the runner there. Big first pitch strike here to Rowan Scottish. This one is swung onto Mattingly. He picks it up, fires it to first, and that's out number 3. So a leadoff runner for the Knights, but doesn't get home to score. NASA Knott's looking to extend their lead.
Yeah, Wishbone looking to get off that cold streak. 3 runs in the first inning. Definitely a great sign if you're him.
That one is belted up the middle for a leadoff single. Wishbone really looking to put up another number in this one. Ken Mattingly is batting .226. Swings at the first pitch, popped up foul. Should be a nice catch by the catcher, and he does make that grab.
We've got the lineup turning over again. Let's see. Wishbone was looking dangerous in the first inning with this half of the order.
Harry to go is tense on the mound as that first pitch gets in there for a strike. Swinging at the one outside. Oh, and that one gets away from the catcher, and that's going to result in the runner moving up to second base.
Yeah, it's a tough break. Now we've got the runner on second with less than 2 outs. Let's see how Wishbone chooses to try and move him over. Maybe just tries to look for a strike. He lifts that easily to center field. It should be catchable for the second baseman. Ooh, over the shoulder. Playing a little tag up there, too.
Wasn't an easy catch in the end. It hung up there for a little while, but took him some time to get back to that ball. This one's grounded to Lawson at third, fires it across the diamond for out number 3. We head to the top of the third. The Knights looking to score their first runs of this game.
Yeah, Wish definitely doing Phillies a couple favors in that inning, swinging pretty early in the count as well. Maybe eager after that 3-inning, or that 3-run inning he put up in the first.
Wingspan Gruber batting .301 for Phillies Rock. This one is swung on just foul down the first base line. The 0-2 pitch will be a slider, and it's taken just low. A good eye there. The 1-2 is taken high. That rising heater sometimes difficult to lay off of. The 2-2 changeup is swung on, grounded to Armstrong, picks it up, throws it to first, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, not a bad swing on it by the 8-hole hitter for the Knights, but unfortunately not enough there right at the fielder. See if Phillies tries to work a few more counts like that and hunt strikes like we were saying Wishbone was doing in the first.
River Island, low power, high contact, trying to get aboard here for Phillies Rock and the Knights. Four-seamer is high. Brings the count to 1-2.
Yeah, very, very tough fastball to lay off there for sure.
Ball inside.
Lays off the inside slider. He goes to the changeup off the edge of the plate, and it's just fouled. Gets a piece of that one. Couldn't swing at the heater. Strike 3 called on the outside corner.
That's great placement, great sequence by Wishbone to get the out there. Phillies was being really selective, but he got him there, froze him with the heater.
Top of the order, swings at the first pitch right to Mattingly, and that's going to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the third. 3, 4, 5 batters due up for WishboneRulz and the NASA Knots.
Number 21.
Gus Grissom lays off the first pitch way low.
That's ripped.
This one is belted into left field. That's going to get down. Could be extra bases. Asiago with trouble corralling the ball, and it will be a leadoff double.
Yeah, that's favorable there for Wishbone. Absolutely hits that right on the nose. Sends it off the wall on one or no hops, I forget there, but absolutely drilled that ball. Huge, huge leadoff double.
Harry to go, still looking for a clean inning, and it isn't going to come to him easily. This one right down the middle is belted towards center field, but he might have just gotten under it. Caught in front of the warning track by Bruno. The runner will tag up to third base. The play is not in time.
Yeah, just missed it there. Just a hair under it, like you were saying. It's hard not to move the reticle on those balls that are right there down the middle as he strokes one up the middle on the first pitch. That's an RBI single, so doesn't get nothing out of the deal after the tag up either.
A very good tag up on that deep fly ball results in an RBI single, and the Knots extend their lead by 4 runs. This one off the end of the bat, right past the diving glove of the first baseman, and the runners will move up first and second with one out for Pete Conrad.
Yeah, when Wishbone's making contact, he's hitting the ball really hard, and that's definitely done him some huge, huge, huge favors in this game so far, as he's got a 4-run lead early.
WishboneRulz taking advantage of the power that his team has with these power swings. The number 7 batter is the designated hitter, the .284 average. The 3-0 pitch is swung on down the left field foul line. It is caught by Asiago just on the foul side of that foul line.
Yeah, difficult to lay off the 3-0 pitch sometimes. Sometimes you're trying to wait on that fastball. It looked like a change up there as that's driven to deep right center field. Wow.
Belted, and that baby is gone. A 3-run blast to center field, and WishboneRulz has busted this game wide open. 7-0 here in the third.
Wow, he has jumped out early, and he is hitting the ball extremely hard. That was an impressive shot to right center.
Ken Mattingly lays off the first pitch outside. Harry to go is rattled and dangerously close to a 10 ERA. Swings at the low pitch. Nobody can corral it until Larson picks it up, fires it to Pine, and that is out number 3. 4 runs scored by NASA there in the bottom of the third. They lead 7-0. The Knights looking to get something started.
Yeah, he's going to need to get a run on the board here in this inning if he's looking to stay in this. The way Wishbone's hitting the ball is looking very, very dangerous.
First pitch ground out. Not the start to this inning that Phillies Rock wanted. Fred Hayes is locked in on the mound.
Ball inside.
But Lawson takes the first 2 pitches to bring the count to 2-0.
Inside.
A good eye. 3-0 count. We'll see if he swings.
Take your best.
Lawson takes it, the 4-pitch walk. And honestly, not giving him much to swing at there. When you look at that batting average of 349, I don't blame Wishbone for not giving him anything to swing at there.
No, that was a good play. He's trying to get him to fish, trying to get him to make weak contacts because he's shown that he's swinging at a few bad pitches as he does get a single up the middle here. He's got 2 runners on, like we said, looking to stay in this ballgame any way he can. He needs a run in this inning if he's got to stave off Wishbone.
Jeremy Asiago steps up with 1 out and runners at first and second. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Sticking with the 2-seamer. This one is swung on and lifted behind home plate. Will it hit the netting? It just barely does. A blessing there for the Knights. Plays off the outside slider, brings the count to 2-1.
Yeah, that old Lafayette backstop saved many, many at bat for me.
The changeup down the heart of the plate is swung on and fouled back. That one also hits that netting very close to the home plate. That one is swung on and belted to right field. The diving Lovell isn't able to get it. Hits the wall. 1 run will score. The second runner is coming home. The plate is not in time. A 2 RBI double there for Phillies Rock. And the Knights are on the board.
We absolutely have a ball game now. Phillies hunting strikes. He's looking good now at the plate. Working the count. He's got Hayes a little bit rattled. He's actually down to neutral mojo. That's hitting to the gap. That's going to be another run. Back-to-back doubles for the Knights. And this is getting closer and closer. Oh, he's going to hold it first.
It's going to be a single there. Not a lot of speed off the bat, and a huge arm in center field keeps the runner at first. It is an RBI single.
Yeah, we're seeing some offense here earlier. 10 runs already in this ballgame in the fourth.
Change up. That one looked like a healthy pitch to swing at, and he fouls it back. Probably wishes he had that one back. Runner on first with 1 out. A huge rally here in the top of the fourth for Phillies Rock and the Nashville Knights. They trail by 4, but we'll see if they can continue this rally as that nice pitch gets in there for strike 2. This one is swung on and in the gap into right field. That's going to be a, what do you call that, ground ball single.
Yeah, a little bit of a worm burner, but hey, he hit it hard and got through the hole. Now we've got 2 runners on and still less than 2 outs. Wingspan Gruber with a 298 average, 2 dingers, and 7 ribbies on the season. Let's see what he's able to do now.
Fred Hayes was locked in coming into this inning, now tense on the mound. This one is called an infield fly. Mattingly gets under it and makes the grab. A big out there as the Knots are trying to get out of this inning. River Island batting 163, swings at the first pitch, the slider. Lifted to Grissom in center. He calls it and makes the grab. That is the 3rd out. The Knights get their first runs of the game. 3 big ones in the top of the 4th. They still trail by 4.
And we got still plenty of ball game on the board. Wishbone's going to look to respond here. He's already put up a solid 7 runs, but Philly's showing that he can do it too. We have a ball game on our hands, folks.
And in the 4th inning here, Harry to go is pulled, and we will see the bullpen make an appearance now. Jimmy Rennett, with a 4.15 ERA, steps onto the mound for the Knights, who are trying to keep this game where it is. The 1-2 on the way to Alan Shepard is taken high and outside.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss, 102 miles per hour. You couldn't catch up with it, and he goes down swinging.
Yeah, this reliever is an absolute fireballer. I love the setup that Phillies has got on him here. 4.13 ERA, 1.11 whip, and 39 Ks in limited innings probably. So
you look at those stats. Huge velo, great junk, and really good accuracy. You don't see a pitcher built like this too often in the XBL.
Yeah, he's well-rounded,
the
for sure.
Swung on and missed. That's out number 2. Strike him out. 2 strikeouts for Jimmy Rennett.
Here's Gus Grissom. He got everything started earlier in that last inning with a double.
We'll see if he can get something started here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Swung on and fouled, brings the count to 1-1. That one is dribbled towards first base. Pine picks it up, steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down there in the bottom of the 4th. The Knights, top of the order, looking to continue the success they had in the previous inning.
Yeah, it was big to hold Phillies there. We're into the top of the 5th, and first pitch swinging. He's got himself another base runner. There's a ton of offense going on in this ball game.
It looks like Phillies Rock is starting to hit his groove. We'll see if he can bring that runner in to score. Runner on first and nobody out for Shep Pierce. Swings at the first pitch over the leaping glove of the shortstop. Gets to the wall. Grissom unable to corral it in center field. The runner rounds third. He's heading home. The play at the plate is not in time. Not anywhere close. 7-4 is now the score of this ball game.
Wow, he is right back in it. I said it in the top of the fourth inning.
Hanging two-seamer.
Great play.
Great play by Mattingly there, diving at the ball, keeping it from getting into the outfield, and then making the play at first. The runner from second advances to third. Slider low and away is taken.
Yeah, as I was going to say, he had to score in that 4th, and score he did. Now he's looking electric at the plate.
RBI man for Trevor Pine. The ball gets away from the catcher. Runner thinks about going home, but quickly gets back to the bag.
Phillies exhibiting a really good eye.
Just a bit low, able to lay off that changeup, and just as you said about that eye, it pays off. Runners at the corners with 1 out for Asiago. Oh, a big strike call there on the outside corner. A beautiful pitch. That one gets away from the catcher as well, but yet again, the runners decide to get back to the bags.
Yeah, he's keeping it close there behind the plate, and that backstop not too far behind him either makes it very favorable in Lafayette when those wild pitches get past.
Big swing and a miss on that low changeup. Brings the count to 1-2. The high heat isn't offered at. The 2-2 taken inside. Full count, runners at the corners with 1 out. Hayes delivers. Strike him out looking. The fastball with the movement just clipping the inside corner for that called strike 3.
Yeah, you love to see pitches like that. That is a pitcher's dream when you can just paint the corner with the cutter, sneak it right in the front door of the zone, and sit him down on a full count staring.
Wishbone painting these corners now in a crucial moment in this game. The low changeup is smacked towards center field. Didn't get enough of it. Grissom catches it, and that is out number 3. A huge run was scored there by Phillies Rock, but a huge opportunity also lost as Wishbone shuts it down.
Yeah, Wishbone did a great job of shutting the door there. Phillies now on the mound is going to look to try and get through him quickly, like he did in the last inning, and try and creep closer as he did in his half. We've got a 3-run ball game on our hands. It's, as we've seen, both teams can score. It's very, very close.
The high heat is swung on and lifted into shallow center field. Pierce with the catch, and that's out number 1. Neil Armstrong is 2 for 2 on the day. 3 RBIs to his name.
That's inside.
Takes the pitch high and inside. Big power here from Neil Armstrong. The 2-2 high and away is swung on and missed. Brings the count to 2-1. High again is swung on and fouled into the stands. The 2-2 taken on the inside corner. Strike 3 called.
That was a great pitch. Philly's doing a little bit of painting himself there to get that strikeout.
This one is belted into right field. Gets down, but that wall, it doesn't give a favorable bounce to Scottish. He's looking for 2. But the throw to second is in time, and that is out number 3.
He played it off the wall super well there, and I'm sure he got a great score on that throw. He absolutely burned him going into second base. He was out by a mile.
I think he saw the ball careen off the wall in an unfavorable position for the right fielder there as we head to the bullpen here in the top of the 6th. John Young is on the mound now for the NASA Knots as he just misses with the cutter inside. The righty specialist delivers. Swung on and missed. The 1-2 to Scottish. Swung on and belted into left field. Shepard reaches over and it gets past him. He reaches down. I think he was just a little bit behind the ball, and it hits off the wall, and that's going to be a leadoff double.
Yeah, that could prove to be dangerous. That's a really, really hard break for Wishbone. Like you said, his positioning might just have been a hair off there. Either way, he's kicking himself for missing that one, and that's a huge double for Phillies.
A defensive misplay means there's a runner on second and nobody out for Wingspan Gruber, who swings at the inside pitch.
What a play.
With a sliding effort, catches it before it hits the ground and fires it to second for the double play.
Wow, and Wishbone immediately rectifying that mistake in left field as he slides with his second baseman, makes a huge, huge double play here in the top of the 6th inning, keeping it close.
An absolutely insane heads-up infield play. 2 outs and nobody on for River Island. And that righty specialist is at work. Just a bit low on that cutter. The 3-1 pitch to Island. Taken on the outside corner, that changeup just getting back over the plate. The payoff pitch is swung on and fouled back into the stands. The delivery. Strike 3 called on the low outside corner.
Wow, another great pitch there from Wishbone to get Phillies freezing for a strikeout. He's not seeing the ball well on those corners. He's exhibiting a great eye, like we were saying earlier, but it's coming to bite him a little bit on those staring strikeouts.
That one, it just gets by the fielder. Pierce makes a diving effort to keep the ball from getting into the outfield, but back up the middle, that's going to be an infield single.
Yeah, just too much speed on the batter there. Great play to stop it.
Harrison Schmidt looks at the first pitch inside from Jimmy Renette. 25th pitch on the way. Inside again, isn't offered at. The 2-0, taken outside. Runner on first and nobody out. The 3-0, taken right down the middle. 3-1 to Schmidt. Swung on and belted into right field. See you later. That one's gone.
Wishbone sitting 3-1 heater. Absolutely smashes that one. A little bit of Oppo Taco action in Lafayette. Something I know a bit about. You love to see it. Into the second row. Absolutely smashed that ball.
And Wishbone gets 2 runs back on that jack. They lead 9-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. This one is lifted into shallow right field. That is going to be out number 1.
Little eager probably after that home run, swinging at a pitch like that.
Just a little bit of a heat check. Back to the top of the order, and Alan Shepard just under the Mendoza line. He swings at that one right down the middle, but pulls it foul.
Thank goodness for that guardrail.
Someone could have got injured. The 1-2 to Shepard. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. Swinging. Jim Lovell swings at the first pitch. Pops up on the infield. Renette takes a interesting short route to that one, but he does make the catch. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order for the Knights is due up, but they do trail by 5.
Yeah, Wishbone does a great job broadening that lead just a little bit. Little bit of breathing room. His first pitch swinging his Phillies again. He drives that into the right center field gap, and that's going to be another lead-off double for the Knights. What do you know about it?
What do we know about it? We've been seeing such hard-hit balls from both of these teams, and the Knights, as soon as Wishbone gets a couple runs back, the Knights say, all right, time to turn it on ourselves.
Yeah, he's not going down without a fight. He's trying to keep this game close and possibly get his way back into this once more.
Good contact versus righties as this one is popped up into left field. Shepard calls it off, makes the grab, and that's 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Beryl Lawson, great power, huge contact, and a speedy guy to boot. This guy has it all. 346 average.
Nope, high.
Wishbone might be pitching around him. The 3-0. Smacks the changeup over the plate to the gap in left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. He's heading for second, and he will be safe. It's an RBI double. The Knights up to 5 runs.
Man, a great piece of hitting. He's fighting and clawing and just staying in this ballgame. You love to see games like this. This is what the XBL is all about. Phillies not going down without a fight. This is huge.
Huge inside strike called right there.
Ball inside.
That one misses inside. The 2-1 to Trevor Pine, the RBI man, cleanup hitter at the plate, just high. 3-1, taken, the low screwball, clips the corner. Staying with the screwball. This one is swung on into deep right.
Oh, baby!
Gone.
Upper decker. Wow, he smashed that. That screwball was looking fat, left right over the middle of the plate. Phillies did what he needed to do with it. This is a 2-run ball game, folks. Wow.
The Knights have pulled within 2. Oh, my goodness.
9-7 here.
And we head to the bullpen yet again. Ed White stepping in. 4-seamer, 2-seamer curve. First pitch swung on back up the middle. Base hit.
He is keeping it going. He's looking great at the plate here in the latter half of this ball game. He's working his way back into this. I'm sure Wishbone is thinking of what to do next.
Oh, that one is smashed, but right into the waiting glove of Glenn at first base. That's a double play, and that is how this inning ends. 7th inning stretch, but another 3-run inning for the Knights. It's 7-9. The Knots are trying to protect their lead.
Number 20. Ball inside.
Back to that double second deck home run. Rainy84 with StatCast saying it was 120 exit velo. That one is a diving effort from Island at second base. And the throw to first is in time for out number 1.
Huge play. You want to keep Wishbone off base here if you're Phillies. Try and keep this at 2 runs because you are looking great. You're feeling great at the plate. And ever since he's brought this reliever in, he's locked it down. Besides that homer.
But this might be the end for Jimmy Renette. 40 pitches thrown, and that stamina is getting a bit low. Having difficulty finding the plate. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and fouled towards the dugout. Nobody on, 1 out for John Glenn. The payoff pitch from Renette is taken all the way, and it was way high.
Now he's got a runner on there with that walk. Good job by Wishbone to work it. He's got one of his more dangerous hitters in Neil Armstrong up, and yep, Philly's going to go to the bullpen.
And Lewis Corral, or Corral, I should say. First pitch is swung on towards center field, but not hit well enough. Bruno makes the grab, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, first pitch swinging. Looked like a pretty good pitch in Wishbone's defense there, but lazy fly ball. Now he's got himself 2 outs. Let's see how Phillies chooses to get out of this inning.
And at these higher egos, many pitches look like they're good pitches to swing at.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 2-1 to Aldrin, right down the middle, but couldn't catch up with the 101-mile-per-hour heat. K-Man activates for Corral. Runner on first and 2 outs. The 2-2 is swung on high, right along the foul line between home plate and first base. It's an easy catch. We head to the top of the 8th, bottom of the order due up for the Knights. They trail by 2.
Yeah, and out hitting Wishbone 12 hits to 10. Let's see if that ends up showing through here, as Phillies has exhibited a great eye through the middle and later half of this ballgame. The first pitch swinging left to the left is going to be out number 1. Spoke too soon.
Hit pretty well despite the weak contact, but not enough for a base hit or even a home run there. The 3-pitch arsenal doing well for Ed White so far. Just a bit low to Wingspan Gruber, the DH batting in the 8th spot. Heading to count 3-0. We'll see if he swings at this inside 2-seamer. Just catches the inside corner of the strike zone. The 3-1 taken again on the inside corner. Nobody on and 1 out. Goes to the curveball for the payoff pitch. Swung on towards the gap, and it gets through to right field. That's going to be a 1-out single.
Great job by Phillies to just wait for a pitch he could hit there. Wishbone could not quite get that onto the lower corner for that curveball he was trying to drop in there, and it looks like it hung a little bit for Phillies. Nice piece getting it through the hole.
River Island is taken out of the game, a bit tense at the plate there. The pinch hitter swings at the first pitch. Right to Armstrong. The throw to second is just in time. They get the lead runner. It will go down as a fielder's choice.
Wow, that is huge. Absolutely huge. That was a really, really close play at second. I thought for a minute he didn't have him there, but Wishbone makes the right decision to get the lead runner. Just enough speed on that pinch hitter going down the baseline.
A risky play, and it pays off. Runner on first and 2 outs. The 3-0 count to Jeff Bruno, taken all the way. Peter on the outside corner. The 3-1 is swung on, but weak contact down the foul line. Will it stay in play for Shepard? It does. Caught at the wall.
That's a huge out because we're moving now to the bottom of the 8th. NASA can now look for some insurance runs, but the Knights backs against the wall. In the top of the 9th, they're going to want to try and stay in this ballgame that they've shown they can do this entire time.
This pitch is belted to the gap in left field. That's going to be at least a single. A favorable bounce for Bruno. He's going to get it in back into second base, but not in time. A leadoff double for the Knots as they try to extend their lead.
Yeah, that's the first step on the way to an insurance run. Now he's just got to play his cards right. As he swings at the first pitch, that's going to find some outfield grass. Should be a first and third situation. Looking favorable now for the Knots to find that insurance run.
First and third with nobody out for Ken Mattingly, the number 9 batter. Takes the first pitch, which is just a bit high. Lewis Corral trying to slow things down here, keeping the game where it is, and give his Knights a fighting chance in the top of the 9th. The 2-0 pitch is there for a strike. The 2-1 swung on high towards the second baseman playing in, but he only has a play at first. The runner will score. 10-7, the Knots lead it.
Yeah, interesting choice there by Phillies. Not sure which play was the most favorable there. Perhaps it was the one at first, as that weakly hit ball was a little bit funky there in the infield.
Top part of the strike zone for strike number 2 to Alan Shepard. K-Man activates. The 1-2 taken all the way high and off the plate. Runner on second with 1 out.
Ball high.
Just a bit high. The payoff pitch to Shepard. On the way. Swung on and belted towards right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Scottish throws it to home, and the runner will stay at third base.
Nice piece by Wishbone to keep this inning going. He's got only 1 out here, so looking favorable still.
First pitch swung on and lifted.
Whoa!
Right to level ball. And he fires it to first. The runner went, didn't think about going back, and that's how the inning ends. A big opportunity for Wishbone to pad out that lead comes to an abrupt end.
Yeah, and let's see now. 3 outs to work with for the Knights. If he plays this right, he could continue to show some doubters what's going on.
Phillies rock with 2 3-run innings in this game. Looking for a third right here. The 0-2 taken all the way. Curveball low in the dirt. Shep Pierce with that buffed contact versus righties. That one is belted into left field. Will it stay fair? If it's fair, it's just foul.
Oh, what a tough break. That one was out of the stadium.
We saw a similar ball in another AAA match of the week as he swings and misses to record the first out of this inning. Job A.J. with that huge home run in that other AAA match of the week, as this one is revenge for the missed homer. It's gone. A solo blast brings them within 2.
The Knights are not out of this yet. Absolutely smashed to left center field. Leaving those 2-seamers over the plate is nothing but trouble, I'll tell you that. And Lawson does what he has to do with it. Absolutely deposits that one.
Trevor Pine is 3 for 3 with a homer, and he steps in. And it looks like the Nuts will go to their closer, Jack Swigert. Huge velo, but not much of anything else. 4-seamer slider change. Trying to keep this game where it is.
Ooh,
First
right
pitch is belted, but right into the glove of the shortstop. WishboneRulz is 1 out away from a big win here. First pitch to Asiago is there for a strike. Big swing and a miss on the outside slider. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Got him with the slider, and this ball game is over.
Wow.
The NASA Knots take a nail-biter of a slugfest. The final score, Knights 8, Knots 10. WishboneRulz hangs on. What a game that was.
I can't believe what we just saw, honestly. That was offense on top of offense. Probably one of the most electric match of the week games we've had all season. Back and forth all the way through. Wishbone got that early lead. He never did lose it in this game, but Phillies did his best to just creep back every single time. Made it a 2-run ball game in the end.
And so many dingers from our top 3 players alone. 4 home runs between them. Harrison Schmidt carrying the Knots on his back with 2 home runs and 5 ribbies, going 4 for 4 in that game. And this was just game 1 of this 2-game series.
Yeah, who knows what game 2 is going to bring us now. Both these players show they can absolutely swing it, and wow, I'm just so impressed with what we just saw. I'm amped for game 2.
There's going to be a lot of action left. And for as huge as the bats were showing up, there were some defensive gems. I'm thinking of both of those huge double plays. The one that Wishbone made after the defensive error in the outfield. That double play he was able to make, catching the ball and then throwing him out at second on a huge effort. And then on the other side, the Knights, Phillies rock, being able to shut down that big inning in the bottom of the 8th, where Wishbone was trying to just run away with it, and instead gets that infield fly ball and throwing him out at first.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great defense from both teams to shut down a few very, very dangerous innings on either side, like you're saying. And I'm thinking again, though, back in the first inning, I believe it was, there was that missed double play as well that turned into some runs, and that ends up making a huge difference. 2 runs, the difference in this ballgame.
One other thing I did notice, Wishbone, at one moment in the game, I believe it was a little bit earlier on, the Knights were threatening in a big way, and Wishbone knew that that was the moment he had to make some huge pitches. And he just started painting the corner like you wouldn't believe. He was able to get out of some really precarious situations by just making the pitches he needed to make in those situations.
Yeah, that was some great baseball we saw there from both teams in that game, and Wishbone really locked it in and got the strikeouts when he needed them.
We are queued up for game number 2 of this match of the week. We'll see if this one is as close as game 1. WishboneRulz and the NASA Knots taking on Phillies Rock and the Nashville Knights. We head to Phillies Rock's home stadium, the Emerald Diamond, a day game here, and we'll see how this one goes. One difference, I believe, between Emerald Diamond and Lafayette, you're going to have a lot more foul territory behind home plate in this one. So a few of those missed swings by both teams resulting in the ball just getting out of play are going to result in outs this time around.
Yeah, very interested to see how this one plays out. The confines at Emerald, very different from Lafayette. A lot of gap space too, as well, in either right center and left center field here in this park.
WishboneRulz will be the starting pitcher for Phillies Rock and the Knights. Alan Shepard steps in to lead things off. The first pitch is high, called ball. The 2-0, right down the middle, not offered at. The 2-1 to Shepard. Power swing shown, but lays off just outside. The 3-1, taken down the middle, brings the count full. Swung on and driven into right field, but just a bit under it. It will be caught by the right fielder Scottish for out number 1.
Yeah, allowed out number 1 to start game 2 here from Wishbone, just getting underneath that meaty-looking pitch. It looks like we have the ace for the Knights on the mound here. He was on an odd number of games, remember, so he had his 4 and then his 1 going in this set.
Jim Lovell, swing and a miss on the off-speed, just on the outside part of the corner. Swing and a miss off the plate, and that's a strikeout for the Knots.
Great job getting him fishing there. Wishbone eager to jump out early like he did in that first game, and big strikeout.
WishboneRulz with the 4.46 ERA and 19 Ks on the season. Trying to get the first number down, second number up, as that one is belted into right field. Does it have the distance? It does! And that is a first inning home run blast.
Wow.
The Knots take a 1-0 lead.
The deepest part of the park, that was not a cheap one, as Grissom just absolutely belts that ball. Right center. All these home runs deep to right and left center field. You love to see it.
The Knots lead here 1-0 with 2 outs. First pitch strike right down the middle to John Glenn. The 1-1 from Hurls. Taken for a strike. That off speed. Doing work for Hurls so far. The 1-2 is swung on, but just got a piece of it. It's lifted behind home plate, and the catcher nabs it for the out. A big solo blast for the Knots puts them up with an early lead of 1-0. It's the Knights' turn to answer back.
Yeah, and the new look Knots, as well as I believe if Wishbone did a bit of editing to his home and away jerseys, he's looking very clean so far.
Most definitely. Those home field jerseys were looking pretty authentic, I have to say. We get a look at the away with the red The solid red with the blue stripes and those white pants. The 1-0 to Shep Pierce is taken outside. Chris Hadfield on the mound for the Knots. Swing and a miss on the outside screwball. Only one screwball allowed for your 4 starting pitchers. Between your 4 starting pitchers, I should say. And Hadfield is the one who gets it, as that one is rocketed into right field, but Lovell comes in to make the catch.
Yeah, both teams making some loud outs in the first inning. Wishbone with that early home run, but he knows one run is not going to be safe after the showing we had in last game.
Both teams know they can hit off the other, and they are raring to go. 2 outs and nobody on. Beryl Lawson showing he can put a charge in one as it goes foul, but if that one stayed fair, it would have been a tie game. Swings at the high and away fastball. K-Man activates for Hadfield. Swing and a miss on the changeup low. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Knights, but a lot of hard-hit balls. The Knots are going to try to extend their lead here.
Yeah, that was a great changeup. Just absolutely got him way, way out in front. That one's a little bit inside for ball number 1.
Just a bit inside. That one is rocketed to center field. You can tattoo that one. It's gone! 2-0, the Knots lead.
Yeah, the boys in the bullpen fired up by that. Hits it right over their head there, 424 feet. That one left the park in a second. Absolute belter to dead center field.
Armstrong joins the double digits club, his 10th homer of the season. And Shamil Hurls is tense on the mound as Buzz Aldrin in the 6th spot steps up, swings at the 0-1, right to Pine, who steps on the bag for out number 1.
Yeah, neither of these teams short of power. Very, very exciting match of the week we've had on our hands here thus far.
Pete Conrad with the .295 average takes the first pitch strike on the outside corner. Huge power here as well. You will find no shortage of power between these two teams. The 1-2 to Conrad is high and swung on, lifted foul, and no one's going to get to it. 1-2. Swung on to the gap in right field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Bruno picks it up and fires it back in. Not a lot of speed from the runner, but he is heading for third, and now he's caught in between the bags.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation there. Uh-oh, way! Whoa,
The
wow.
throw to third is in time. They are able to execute it. Caught in the pickle, and from a 1-out double, instead, it's 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah, great backing up there by whoever managed to come through to apply the tag at third. Definitely looked like it was going to be a foot race to the bag, and Wishbone loses out, gets himself in a pickle, and Phillies executes it perfectly.
The 2-1 is hammered to center field, but right at Bruno, who makes the catch to end the inning.
Another loud solo shot for the Nassau Knots in that inning, though.
A huge loud solo shot to bring their lead to 2-0. First pitch is swung on, though, and it will get down for a lead-off single. And now the Knights, we know they can hit hard. With one swing of the bat, they can tie this ball game right back up.
Yeah, early base runners was a big theme in the last game. Both teams getting them on often and early throughout many of the innings, as that one's over to 4, on to 6, should be to 3, and that's a double play.
That is a double play, making me eat my words. WishboneRulz has. Instead of one pitch to tie it up, it's one pitch to make it 2 outs and nobody on. Linfield Sharp, the catcher, steps in, swings at the inside slider, and pulls it foul. K-Man activates the 0-2, swung on and missed, got him with the heater right off the plate.
Yeah, it was a great pitch, and now we're moving on to the top of the third. Wishbone looking to keep Phillies off the board, something he was not able to do in the last game, even though he did get that victory.
Ken Mattingly batting in the number 9 spot, fouls that one back. The 1-1 from Hurls, back up to neutral mojo, and trying to keep the game where it is. This one is lifted into left field. Ranging back is Pierce, and he catches it for out number 1.
Wishbone seeing a lot of good pitches to hit in this game.
Back to the top of the order, Alan Shepard swings at the first pitch, and that's going to get into the gap in right field. Shepard is running. We'll see if he tries to make it 3 again. He will, and I think he's going to be in there, and he is. A 1-out triple for Alan Shepard, and the NASA Knots threatening again here.
Yeah, 1-out triple, wow. One swing of the bat. Just a ground ball could do it as the infield's playing back. Oh, looking like he's doing a little shift in here. Yep, he's going to bring him in, trying to keep it close.
We see that stealer trait. That one gets down before it is caught, and everyone's going to be safe. The throw home to keep the runner from scoring sends him back to third, but they didn't have enough time to get the out at first.
Yeah, a lot of speed on that base runner. Just really unfortunate play for Phillies there. Now he's got 2 men on to deal with. Let's see if he can get a ground ball double play to get out of this. That's going to be the medicine he needs.
Runners at the corners with 1 out. The 1-1. Runner takes off to second. Runner third gets back, but he will get that stolen base at second. So second and third with 1 out for Gus Grissom, who swings at this one, drives it the other way. I should say grounds it the other way. And everyone is safe as the throw went home instead of first to get the out there. And just like that, it goes down as an infield single.
Yeah, very
an
unfortunate.
RBI infield single, no less.
Perhaps thought he had him playing in again. Just not enough time with the speed of the runner. He's very wary of the steal of home. Uh-oh.
This is an uh-oh moment, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what to say to that one.
He burned him.
Long story short, the pickoff attempt results in a runner at second and a run scored. As that one strikes him out, we head to Neil Armstrong, who's looking at a runner at second and 2 outs. The inside pitch is swung on and dribbled to the second baseman. Island throws it to first, and they get out of the inning. And I'm sure Phillies Rock is happy to be out of that one.
Yeah, it got a little messy there to say the least. Another pair of runs for the Knots. For another early lead they've got on their plate. Let's see how Phillies decides to respond. Swinging at the first pitch again in the inning.
Chris Hadfield is locked in for the Knots. Pitching a gem so far here in the bottom of the third. Just a bit inside. The 2-1 to Rowan Scottish. Over the plate, not offered at. K-Man activates for Hadfield. The 2-2, screwball off the plate. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, 104 miles per hour off the plate. Nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah, reaching back for a little something extra. It's very, very tough to catch up with those.
Wingspan Gruber steps in. Swings at the first pitch and is hammered right to Mattingly, who picks it up and fires to Glenn for out number 2. Some hard-hit balls from the Knights, but they simply aren't going anywhere yet in this game.
Yeah, he's got to continue to work counts, continue to try and hunt strikes, because it should break in his favor eventually if he's getting a hold of the right pitches. But we will see how this plays out. He's already got a 4-run deficit to deal with.
K-Man activates for Hadfield. The pitch is swung on, lifted into shallow right field. Lovell with the diving attempt, but isn't able to catch it. That's going to be a a 2-out single for the Knights, and the top of the order coming up.
Yeah, nice piece of 2-out hitting. We've got a little bit of turnover here in the lineup now. Let's see what he can do with it as he swings at the first pitch, grounds it out to second base, and ends the inning.
And that is exactly what happened. We head to the top of the fourth. The NASA Knots lead by 4. And that one is drilled into the gap at right field. But Scottish ranges over and makes the catch. A little bit of a tailing action on that ball into the right fielder's glove.
Yeah, he puts a good swing on it, just not really exactly where he wanted to put that ball into the outfield. Very, very loud outs, though, made by Wishbone in this game. He's still looking very dangerous.
Especially with Pete Conrad up at the plate, who swings at that one right into the glove of Island for out number 2. Harrison Schmidt steps in, swings at the first pitch, and fouls it down the first base line.
The man with 2 home runs in game number 1.
Gonna see if he can come through here for the Knots, trying to extend their lead. Swing and a miss at the changeup. The 1-2. Swung on and lifted to shallow right field. Plenty of time. The second baseman comes over, makes the catch, and that is the end of that inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 2, 3, 4 batters due up for the Knights, who are trying to get on the board.
Both teams making some mid-game adjustments here. A little bit more quiet. Excuse me. As we're moving into the meat of this one.
This one is belted towards right field. That's going to be over the head of Grissom. He's going to have to play it off of the wall. A huge lead-off double for the Knights. They trail by 4 and are trying to get back into this one.
Yeah, both teams making advantage of that gap space in Emerald Diamond. Very, very huge gaps. They're hitting the ball hard into them, resulting in doubles and a triple there for Wishbone a couple innings ago. So let's see if Phillies can make anything of it here, get himself back into this. Again in the 4th, he needs to score to stay in this.
The 1-1 to Lawson is hit into the gap, getting down into left field. That's going to be runners at the corners with nobody out for Trevor Pine, the RBI man. A huge opportunity for him, who's already 1 for 1 on the day. Low screwball is taken for a strike. Low screwball misses for a ball. The runner goes, trying to get to second, and we've got some base running antics going on, but everybody's going to get back to their bases safe.
No harm done there.
Screwball misses low again. Runners at the corners and nobody out for the Knights, who trail by 4. Swing and a miss on the inside heater. K-Man activates for Hadfield. He goes for the low changeup. Swung on and drilled. It's up the middle. That's going to be an RBI single, and the Knights are on the board.
He's back in it. He's still got no outs, and it looks like a little bit of a rally starting to come together here. He's got a pretty powerful-looking 5-hole hitter stepping into the box. Let's see what he can do.
Hadfield no longer locked in. Swings at the first pitch, and an infield fly is called as soon as it leaves the bat. That is the first out of this inning.
Yeah, that breaking ball looked like it was in the zone, perhaps just a bit under it there. Philly's a little bit disappointed in the swing he put on it.
First and second with 1 out here for Linfield Sharp, who represents the tying run of this game. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and drilled to right field. That's going to get down. Lovell picks it up, fires it back to the infield. Not enough time to score. The bases are loaded for Rowan Scottish.
He's no paltry hitter at the plate. He's got 7 dingers to his name this season.
The low changeup is taken for a ball. The 1-0. Slider inside, just misses. The 2-0. Taken for a strike on the inside corner. Hadfield delivers. Taken high. A big pitch here. The 3-1 to Scottish. Changeup over the heart of the plate. It's back up the middle to Grissom. Grissom picks it up and fires it back into the infield. 1 run will score. The bases stay loaded. It's an RBI single.
Wow, Philly's really stringing the hits together here. Still got the bases juiced. You can feel Hadfield's back against the wall.
The Knights cutting into this Knott's lead. The 1-1 to Gruber. Taken just inside. Just inside, and it's swung on and fouled back into the netting. K-Man activates for Hadfield. The 2-2 off the plate and taken. Doesn't swing at the screwball. The payoff pitch.
Oh my.
Right down the middle. Can't catch up with it. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
When that pitch landed where it landed before it came out of his hand, my breath was taken away.
And a ground out will end the inning. The Knights leave the bases loaded, but they cut the lead of the Knots in half. It's 4-2 NASA, and Wishbone has his 9-1-2 batters duo.
Absolute great job by Wish to get out of that rally by Phillies. Stringing hits together, like I said, he was doing a great job. Just absolute heartbreaker there on that light ground ball. Let's see what he can do next time he gets a shot. But now it's Wishbone's turn to try and find some insurance.
Shamil Hurls throws her 58th pitch in there for a strike. The 2-2 to Mattingly. Swung on and missed. Got him with the off speed. Back to the top of the order. Swings at the first pitch. Right back to Hurls. Picks it up and throws it to first for out number 2.
Couple quick outs. That's what you want to see if you're a Knights fan right now.
The Knights trying to get their bats back up to finish what they started in the 4th, as this one is lifted to left field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning, just what the Knights ordered. as they get their offense back out there. The 1-2-3, top of the order, due up for the Knights.
Yeah, let's see the approach here now from Phillies.
First pitch swung on and belted to left field. Jeff Bruno was sitting on that one. It is gone, and it's a one-run ball game.
Wow, and that he might be near minimum power too. He absolutely just puts a great swing on it, drives it to the opposite field into the first row. That's his 4th dinger of the season, so he's no slouch. Phillies puts a great swing on that, and yeah, like you said, one-run ball game now, folks.
Just what Shep, Pierce, and the Knights want to see as he steps in. Contact versus righty, swings at the first pitch over the plate, and that's going to get into the gap in right field. Grissom hustling back, picks it up, fires it back to second, and the runner will stay at first.
Good defense, good route to the ball, keeps him at first base there, but looking great now for the Knights. He's not going down without swinging like we saw in the first game.
Hadfield, who was locked in earlier, now at 10, as this one is carrying towards the wall. Shepard catches it right in front of the wall. He thought it was going to hit the wall and is thrown out at first for the double play.
Terrible base running gaff there. I did also believe for a moment that it could carry him off the wall above the fielder. Just hangs up there for him, and Wishbone with plenty of time to make that out. He gets the throw into second and then over to first. Boom, double play.
An unfortunate base running gaff there. K-Man activates for Hadfield on the 1-2 pitch, which is belted into left field towards Shepard. A diving effort makes the catch in the gap in left field.
That is absolutely a gem. I can't believe how hard that ball was hit. That screwball left in the zone, absolutely drilled by Phillies. Looked like a double for sure. And Shepard lays out in left field. Great catch.
The NASA Knots are back up to bat here in the top of the 6th. Their lead was 4-0 earlier. Now it's 4-3. This pitch is swung on and lifted in the infield. Pierce makes the catch for out number 1. John Glenn jacks it, and it is gone. You just had to admire that one.
Yeah, I just let the weight of that homer carry in the silence. It just absolutely destroyed that. A huge, huge run for the Knots. Loving that right center field corner.
And on the next pitch, right back up the middle, a base hit with 1 out. The Knots trying to get that big lead back. Shamil hurls another pitch right back up the middle, but that one had some lift, and it's careening towards the gap in left field, all the way to the wall. Bruno's going to have to fire it back in. The runner will stay at second, but rounding third is going to be another run scored. An RBI double there for WishboneRulz, getting the lead, extending that lead again to 6-3.
Yeah, that's a big run, as you can see. And we've got Renette coming out of the bullpen. He shut it down last game, kept it as close as he possibly could for the Knights, and he's going to have to do the same job here as this is starting to break open a little bit.
Swing and a miss at the changeup down the heart of the plate. The 2-2 is taken all the way high. Payoff pitch to Conrad. Runner at second with 1 out. Fouled. The delivery from Renette. Swing and a miss on the inside heater. 102 miles per hour. Out number 2. Harrison Schmidt, big player in the last game. Takes the first pitch for a strike on the inside corner. Swings at that one, foul. Runner on second with 2 outs. The 0-2. Taken all the way, and strike 3 called. Got him looking on the outside corner.
That is a big, big strikeout for the Knights. He's got to stay in this. Giving up 2 runs in that last inning. Made it a 3-run ball game as he had inched it just a bit closer. Let's see what he does here as he swings at the first pitch. It goes up the middle. Pretty favorable bounce, and it is going to be safe at first.
Bounced off of the glove of the pitcher, unable to corral that one. An infield single to lead things off here for the Knights. Probably not the way Phillies Rock drew that one up, but he'll take it nonetheless. Cutter on the inside corner called for a strike. The 1-1 from Hadfield to Sharp. Taken for a strike on the inside corner. K-Man activates. Hadfield tense on the mound, trying to get through this one. Taken all the way, screwball on the outside corner, ring him up.
Absolutely painted that one, just catching the corner with it. You'd really love to admire a pitch like that. Chris Hadfield's still keeping his team in this, still doing some work here in the bottom of the 6th inning, even though he's given up 3 runs. This is a pretty quality start from him.
A big strikeout for him brings his mojo back up to neutral. Oh, and the Knots try to get a steal attempt in there, and a pickoff at first means he is out. So now it's 2 outs with nobody on for the Knights. If you're Phillies Rock here, you gotta be just beside yourself.
Yeah, it's tough there to throw away a base runner. You know every single one's going to be valuable, especially with the abilities he's shown to hit the ball in this series. As he swings for strikeout out number 3 there, and we're going to the top of the 7th. Yeah, he's definitely kicking himself throwing away that runner.
Beautiful screwball thrown there by WishboneRulz, getting him to chase it, bringing us to the top of the 7th. The Knots lead 6-3. Looking for some more insurance here with Ken Mattingly at the plate. Swings at the 1-1, drives it foul. The 1-2 from Rennett. Swing and a miss on that inside off-speed pitch. Another big strikeout.
Yeah, a lot of big strikeouts in this game so far from Rennett and from the Knots on their end. It's just both these teams free swinging. They're making a lot of great contact, and they're missing some balls too. So very, very, very good pitching in some moments in these games.
The 0-2 to Alan Shepard is swung on and missed. 101 miles per hour on the just on the outside part of the plate. 2 outs for Jim Lovell. Swings at the first pitch off the plate. Strike 1.
Yeah, very
Jimmy
dangerous
Rennett.
2-hole hitter here.
But Jimmy Rennett is locked in as he gets him swinging on the inside changeup to bring the count to 0-2. And paints the outside corner for strike 3. Ring him up.
That was a beautiful fastball at 102. Just blazes in there. Not much more than you can do. Just look at it. You can hardly react.
Hadfield is done for the day here in the bottom of the 7th. They are going to the bullpen. John Young comes in, and the first pitch is swung on, belted to right field, but Lovell with the sliding effort makes the catch and robs the Knights from a big leadoff hit.
Yeah, that could prove to be very, very important too. Electric play there to start off this 7th inning.
Warden Thursday, if I'm reading that correctly. The number 9 batter is pinch hitting now. But specialist is in effect from John Young, so it is a curious substitution there. The 2-2 from Young is swung on. Mattingly picks it up and throws it to the pitcher, covering at first for out number 2.
Yeah, good range making that play in the hole there. That's a big out number 2 in this game. Philly's running out of time to keep himself in this.
Big first pitch strike on the outside part of the plate. Staying with the heater isn't offered at. Brings the count to 1-1 here to Jeff Bruno, the top of the order. This one is tapped towards shallow center field, but Armstrong is able to catch it before it gets down. We head to the top of the 8th. Gus Grissom due up for the NASA Knots. And they lead by 3. Jimmy Rennett still on the mound in his pretty favorable relief appearance so far for the Knights, as this one is lifted into shallow right field and caught by Scottish for out number 1.
Yeah, he's making some quick outs. He's showing some good sequencing, getting weak contact. That's what you want to see if you're trying to stay in this ball game. The Knights just have to do their part on the hitting end and stay and try and find a couple runs.
John Glenn at the plate swings at the 0-2. Lifted foul, and Pine makes the catch along the first base line. 2 outs and nobody on for Neil Armstrong, who is locked in. Swings at the first pitch, drives it foul into the dugout. The 0-1, swing and a miss on the inside pitch. The 0-2, swung on missed, tails off the plate. Sit him down. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Knights, with their 2, 3, and 4 batters, have some work to do as they trail by 3.
Yeah, let's see how Wishbone and John Young choose to approach these very dangerous 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Knights lineup. Late in this ballgame, he needs some outs.
The 0-1 to Shep Pierce, who has big contact versus righties. The 1-1 taken on the inside corner. The cutter nabs part of the strike zone. The 1-2 swung on missed with the screwball low and away. Some nasty pitching here from John Young.
Yeah, I think Philly's just not expecting the screwball at all. They're sitting fastball all the way, just completely waves at it.
Heater off the plate, taken. 1 out and nobody on for Barrel Lawson. That one is right there and taken all the way for a strike. The 2-1. Swung on, weak contact, lifted under it, just into center field. Grissom makes the catch for out number 2.
That's a big second out here. Nobody on for the RBI man, Trevor Pine now.
Not what Philly Rocks wants in this situation. First pitch is swung on, grounded. Mattingly dives to keep it from getting into the outfield. Fires it to first for out number 3. A big defensive play. Another scoreless inning as we head to the top of the 9th. The NASA Knots are going to try to extend their lead before shutting it down.
Yeah, that's a great out. Mattingly just... Oh, excuse me. Mattingly completely lays out for that great reaction. That ball was absolutely drilled. Could have definitely been a hit.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Couldn't lay off the slider. Low and away. Swing and a miss. Pete Conrad on the first pitch. The 0-1 from Renette is swung on off the plate, but that's going to get down for a bloop single. NASA Knots trying to make some noise in the top of the 9th and extend their lead. Harrison Schmidt, who had a stellar game in the last game, is tense at the mound and hits that one hard, but right to the diving glove of the shortstop, who picks it up and gets the sure out at first.
Yeah, huge play there just to save a hit. He snatched that ball up, made a great throw to first. Perhaps had the out at second, but opting for the sure out, probably a good move here.
Especially after having to lay out for that dive.
Mm-hmm.
Probably figured he didn't have enough time at second base and indeed got that sure out at first. So with the runner on second, this one is lifted into right field. Caught for out number 3. The Knights trail by 3. They're going to have to walk it off. 5, 6, 7 batters due up.
Gonna have to be patient. Try and put something together here. Find a rally somehow.
John Young paints the corner with the first pitch. He is locked in. Just misses with the second. The 1-1 to the tense Asiago, taken inside. The 2-1, a low pitch, taken for a strike. The 2-2 from Young, swung on off the end of the bat, dribbles it towards Armstrong, picks it up, fires it to first for out number 1. Linfield Sharp is 1 for 3 with a single, batting .250. First pitch is a changeup right there for a strike.
He's got to get a hold of one. Not a lot of speed for him there.
Swing and a miss at that rising heater. The 0-2 from Young, swung on, dribbled to Mattingly, picks it up, throws it to first for out number 2. The Knights down to their last out in Rowan Scottish. The first pitch from Young, taken on the outside corner for strike 1. This one is hammered into left field. The Knights will not go silently. That baby's gone, and it's 6-4, the Knots lead.
Yeah, a little bit of foul pole reparations going to be in order out of Scottish's next paycheck, but that's okay. He absolutely drills that Oppo Taco shot, keeping his team in this ball game with 2 outs.
The Knights making it a 2-run ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. And Jack Swigert will be coming in, trying to close things out. First pitch, not close. 4-seamer slider change. 4-seamer just off the plate. The 2-0 to Wingspan Gruber is there. Taken all the way for strike number 1. Allergy season here at Emerald Diamond. The 2-1 taken just inside. A huge layoff there from Gruber. That one is swung on and fouled. Down to his last strike. The payoff pitch from Swigert. Swung on missed. Got him swinging on the outside corner, and this ball game is over. The NASA Knots win another 2-run nail-biter, 6-4 over Phillies Rock and the Knights.
Yeah, that was a great series we had on our hands there. Both games very close. Tons of runs in both. 10 runs in this game, 18 runs in the last game. That's 28 runs scored over 2 games by both these teams, giving us a huge showing on Match of the Week. And a couple of big wins for Wishbone.
What can you say from both of these teams? Yes, it ended up being a sweep for WishboneRulz, but you can't say Phillies Rock didn't put on a show. It was phenomenal batting from both of these teams. Some great defensive plays and pitching. That was a stellar game to watch. A stellar series to watch, I should say. Yeah,
both of these teams giving us a show. There was home runs across the board. Phillies did his part trying to stay in both of those games. There was great pitches. Also, stellar defense. Really, it had it all. I mean, Wishbone walking away with 2 wins, but Phillies shouldn't hang his head at all because he put up a huge fight in that series and made some great plays and did a great job.
And at the end of the day, WishboneRulz did come away with those 2 wins, which will likely help him in that big postseason rush we're in the middle of. Everybody fighting for those rankings. He has some ground to make up, but he certainly is still in the race for a first-round bye. I believe the top 5 seeds in AAA do all get first-round byes, and with his record, he's bound to be part of the conversation.
I believe it's top 6 even, so if he could creep up in there, possibly past Phil, if I think the cards play his way, we will see what matchups are left on the board and what that might bring us over the next week, Week 7, starting tomorrow. And like I said before the game, playoff seeds are going to be locking up, and the race is going to keep getting tighter in some areas until the very end, very end for some teams, including my own and including some of yours, all of you guys in chat. So it's going to be very exciting. But we have something else on our hands coming up here in just a few minutes, don't we, Light Snack?
I believe we do. We have our XBL Match of the Week. This was our AAA Match of the Week, where games are played at 80 batting ego and 90 for everything else. But our XBL League is 90 ego locked across the board. The pitchers, if you thought they were coming at you fast in this one, just wait until you see 90 ego XBL action. We've got Finite Provision and his Joplin Miners taking on, who is this? Light Snack and the Beaky Bay Birdies. We will see what that matchup looks like in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. More XBL action is ready right on the way.
See you guys in a few.